Yo, what's up, y'all? This is me, DMC, and a place to be, and I just want to let you know one thing. This is the place to be right here on the Mike Nice Talk of the Talk Show, because this is the place to be.
Mike Nice, thank you.
This is a June Chisel production.
Around. Today we have an exclusive interview with Darryl McDaniels, one of the members from the legendary Run DMC. Thank you for taking this time to speak to me, even to meet you. I want to first to say to you, and I said this to you off the camera, but I want to say on camera, that you really have been inspirational to my life, and a lot of the outcomes that I face is because of you. For all my viewers out there, they know I'm adopted, but just to reiterate, I am adopted, and I was adopted at the age of 4. And like I was telling you, I knew the whole process. I knew I was adopted, and I was so eager to find my biological mother, my siblings, and my father. But I was kind of scared, you know, because you have that little.
It's adopted,
right?
And actually, what happened was, it was like when I found out that I was adopted, it was a shock, but it wasn't a catastrophe.
Right.
But I felt alone.
Right.
Because even like when I found out I was adopted, this was before Jay passed away.
Right.
And I went to Run and Jay, and I was like, yo, I just found out that I was adopted. Yo, this is crazy. You know what that means? And, you know, the possibilities that I have a mother, father, brothers, whatever. They said what people will immediately say, which makes sense. Run and Jay was like, oh, dude, it ain't no big deal. Wife and the parents, your mother and father, talking about my adopted parents.
Right. Where do you see hip hop going in the next 5-10 years?
Well, the change, it's always going to be change, because it definitely has to change because it's an art form.
Right.
The evolution of it, where I see it going in 5 years, I guess as a commercial entity, something to be sold, profited off, that's over.
Right.
You know, that whole, oh man, he's gonna sell 15 million albums and stuff, that's over. I mean, in my opinion now, anything's possible. But I think hip hop now is where rock and roll is at now.
Right.
You have all of these different generations of it, and then you have a dominant generation right now, which I mean is dominating commercial. Once that's exhausted, I see you'll be able to go see Africa Bambaataa, Run DMC, Wu-Tang, Lil Wayne, and the new guy. Like, you know, when you look at rock and roll, there's on a level where you could go see, you know, you could go see The Who, you could go see Bruce Springsteen, you could go see Dave Matthews, you know, some of the top grossing rock tours is all old school guys.
I mean, what transition made that? Like, what was the transition?
The money. People just want to rap to get the money. Now that's cool. Like we was rapping and we was happy to sell records and you know, get paid for live shows. But they completely forget about their responsibility. It's cool to go and say, I want to be a rapper and go in the show business. But it's not cool to not be responsible. And what I mean by that is, you know, not now. It's kind of like what Barkley said, that, yo, I'm Charles Barkley, I'm going to be a role model. I got to be, you know, your parents needed that.
Right.
But we can't say that with hip-hop because the kids ain't looking at the parents. They ain't looking at the preachers. They ain't looking at the teachers. They ain't looking at
parents.
Ah!
You think about, you know?
So listen, you can go have your fun.
Right.
You can go do your strip club record. You can do your party record. You can do your X-rated record.
Right.
But you got, as the artist, you gotta have a responsibility to be able to provide the information that gives understanding.
Right.
Like, what I'm saying is this, it's like I said in the interview. You can make a record about a gun.
Right.
But with hip hop, you have to make a record about not using a gun. Because if you don't, all the kids are gonna think to be hip hop, you gotta use a gun.
Okay.
So that's what I was trying to get across. Like I said, it's not what the rappers are saying that's messed up. The problem with what the rappers are saying is all you hear is the same rappers saying the same thing over and over.
Right.
Where is that other thing that is saying the other side to the coin?
Right. Now, I want to know, and I'm eager to ask you this: who inspires you? Because when I noticed that when you talk, you're always inspirational, and you have a message that you like to reach out. You say you talk to middle school and you talk to high school and you talk to all different ages. Who inspires you?
John Lennon, Sarah McLachlan.
She's a doctor too, right?
That's good. You hit on that.
Right. Run DMC, you guys are icons to millions and millions of people out there, and your music is always going to stand the test of time. And what you're doing as a solo artist is great. But can you name me one of your memorable moments of Run DMC?
The most memorable moment of Run DMC. Wow, as Run DMC, the most memorable moment, which doesn't, it have to be the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Like, I mean, everything else, like when we got on MTV, we didn't care about MTV, we didn't even know what that was. We didn't have MTV in Queens. We was like, what's that?
Right.
And, you know, the label of Russell, man, oh, we got MTV, guys. So, and, you know, cover Rolling Stone. We didn't even read Rolling Stone. It's like, y'all got the covers first round. Our whole thing was, yo, could we get on?
Right.
Cause we just wanted to rock, and that's what I mean. It's cool to come in the showbiz and say, yo, I can do this well and I'm gonna get my money, but don't ever use your responsibility. But the reason why the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is the most memorable moment is because you gotta think about this. When hip hop first started, they used to ask me, Running J, even when we had Walk This Way, Raising Hell for Adidas, even when we was killing, they would always go, excuse me, where do you guys think you'll be in 5 years? Is rap a fad?
Right.
So rap always had this negative thing against it. Not only just because they'll pick out what's negative and not focus on the good, but they thought we was a fad. This ain't gonna last.
Right.
Run DMC, big Walk This Way guys. Y'all be over in it. Which is like disco, gangster rap, you know, things fad. But we embrace rap from a cultural, creative presentation as an art. So, what's to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Two questions. The death of Jay, how did that affect the group?
Wow, the death of Jay. Well, when Jay got killed, Run DMC definitely was over. And what I mean by that is, now it's possible that you'll get a record like for a soundtrack movie. Yo, there's a record with Run and D on it together, but it's not a Run DMC record because the name Run DMC and Master J. If they do a We Are the World or Free Africa or whatever, yo, there's a record compilation with it's a Run DMC record, but it ain't a Run DMC record without Jay. So when Jay died, it was like, we have a saying, we can't replace our drummer. And the reason why I say that, I mean, now we could tour. We could go get DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Right.
Who used to DJ for Will Smith. That'll be crazy.
Right.
We could go get Flash. But it won't be Run DMC without JMJ. Because when we say we can't replace our drummer, I don't say that in every interview to not want to do it. But people told me this, and this is with Steve. yo, Run DMC was much more than a rap group to us. It wasn't just celebrity.
Right.
It was Run DMC. We meant something. So without a record, we mean something. Why would we go just do what we did back then, just for the sake of self-edification?
Right.
Now we could do it, but it has to mean something.
Right. And like I said,